So welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a look at how to calculate Cronbach's alpha on Jamovi. So we will usually use Cronbach's alpha when we want to assess the internal reliability or internal consistency, which is another way of saying it, of a questionnaire. So essentially this is looking at the extent to which responses on individual items within a questionnaire are correlated with each other, and that's going to tell you the extent to which those items are measuring the same thing. So for this example, we're going to take a look at the brief fear of negative evaluation scale. So people who have a high score on the scale have a high level of fear about being negatively evaluated by other people. So if we look at this first question, or this first item, it says, I worry about what other people will think of me, even when I know it doesn't make any difference. So if someone has a score of 5 on that one, so this questionnaire uses a scale of 1 to 5, that means they have a high level of fear about being negatively judged or evaluated by other people. However, a couple of questions or items go in the other direction. So I have this item here, is question 2. I am unconcerned even if I know people are forming an unfavorable impression of me. So this question goes the other way. So if a person with a high score on this item has a low level of fear about being negatively evaluated by other people. And we have the same thing here with item 4. So this one goes in the same direction as number 2. And then items 3 and 5 go in the same direction as number 1. So we'll take a look at how to deal with this situation we have here, with high scores on some items indicating a high level of fear and high scores on other items indicating a low level of fear. So we have the data here. I'm just going to import this into Jamovi. So I'll go over here and then down to open, and then I'll just find that file on my computer. So what we're going to do to check Cronbach's alpha is go to factor and then down to reliability analysis, and then we're just going to transfer all of the items from that questionnaire into this items box. So I select them all, I press this arrow, and so I can see now that Jamovi has calculated Cronbach's alpha for me, and so we have a negative value here, and that is to do with those two items going in the other direction from the other items. So actually Jamovi points this out for us. So it says here item 2 and item 4 correlates negatively with the total scale and probably should be reversed. So let's take a look at how to reverse those. So we just go down here to reverse scaled items, and then we can transfer item 2 and item 4 over to this box. And now that Jamovi knows that items 2 and 4 go in the other direction, we have this much better Cronbach's alpha value of 0.955. One final thing we can do is take this Cronbach's alpha if item is dropped box. So if we take this, it tells us whether the Cronbach's alpha value will improve if we remove any of these items from the questionnaire. So we can see for item 1, it goes down slightly from 0.955 to 0.934. And that's the same thing for items 3, 4, and 5. The value goes down slightly. However, for question 2, or item 2, we can see that the value would actually increase slightly from 0.955 to 0.965. So there are no rules about when you should or should not remove an item. But in this case, I probably wouldn't, because our value is very high already. Normally we use a threshold of 0.7 for determining whether a Cronbach's alpha reflects an acceptable level of internal consistency. And as 0.955 is substantially above 0.7, we can conclude that we have a high level of internal consistency already. So there's really no need to remove this item, given that it's a modest increase and it wouldn't take us beyond the threshold because we're already beyond the threshold of 0.7. So that's essentially how you interpret these tables. Let's just take a quick look at how you could report this. So you could just say something like Cronbach's alpha indicated an acceptable level of internal reliability. And then we've got the alpha symbol equals 0.96, and I've just rounded that from 0.955. So that's essentially it. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.